Good morning, everybody. Gretchen here from the Yoga Den. It's time for work. It's time to go have a busy day. But before that busy day, let's take a few minutes to center ourselves, ground ourselves, and just get ready for whatever the day holds for you. Today, I'm going back to being a school counselor after taking a little break from that. And so I just want to be ready and present for all my students and families today. So I thought, I'll just film it this morning and just go for it. All right, so let's roll our shoulders back and down. Let's sit up nice and tall, everybody. And let's find our breath. Let's arrive in the present moment. The palms, let's face the palms down so they can be on the knees here. Rolling the shoulders back and down, shutting down one of the senses. And just finding our breath. Breathing in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Think of that ocean breath. In, the tide rises up and in, and the tide leaves, gently flowing out of the body. Not forcing, controlling, or trying to change your breath at all. Just find the breath. Find the in-breath, and let the breath leave. Finding our in-breath. Oh, even Nika's joining us. In-breath, exhale, release. Let's start some gentle movement, chin towards chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, let it go. Bringing those arms up overhead, reaching up, wiggling those fingers, waking those fingers up, waking those palms up, spreading those fingertips wide, bring them down on either side of our bodies. One hand comes to the mat, opposite arm reaches up and over. Really spread those fingertips wide, stretch over. So you're compressing one side and you're elongating the other. The organs love to be squeezed and compressed. So inhale fully as you push the hand into the mat. Inhale all the way up and over. Left palm or right palm comes down and opposite arm reaches up and over. Really elongating through our side bodies. Inhale fully. Exhale, let it go. Let's come in for a gentle twist. One hand to knee, one hand behind. And it's gentle at first. Finding the breath here. It comes into the side body here. Exhale through the center. Palms come through the center, spreading those fingertips wide, facing down. One hand to knee, one hand behind. You can do this sitting in a chair as well. And so your gaze might follow over that shoulder. Inhale fully. And then exhale back into the center. Let's begin nice round circles, Sufi circles, core circles, pelvic circles. So you just flowing through the circumference of the body. So thinking of the pelvic girdle as a bowl. And so we're going around the bowl, around the bowl. A couple more times. Reverse the circles so they're equal. Rounding the circle, rounding the pelvic girdle here. And then back into the center again. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, take up space. Inhale, palms reach up. Exhale, gather the palms into the midline, the prayer center, the heart center. So right down the midline of your body, thinking of your body as two halves of geometry, the left and the right, the sun and the moon, right? Hatha, right? The sun and the moon. And yoga means to unite. We're uniting the left and the right, the front and the back, the mind and the body. Those are the things that we unite together. Inhale up. Exhale, palms come down to either side. Inhale up. Exhale back down through the midline. Palms come to the center and we scoop the back out. So you scoop the back out, rounding the back, chin towards chest. Inhale, opening up. So seated cat-cows. This is cow, opening up the heart center, chin lifts, shoulders away from ears. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, open up. Breathe in through the nose if that's available. Chin lifts, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, rounding the back, scooping out the belly. 2 more times. Inhale, finding our cow. Exhale, finding cat. Inhale, finding cow. Exhale, finding cat. All right, this morning, let's straighten those legs out right in front of us. Let's take those palms and gently tap along the thighs. Gently tap along the thighs, down towards the feet. Gently tap along the thighs, down the legs. on the inside of the thighs, on the outside of the thighs. Take 2 fists, gently tap those fists along the IT band. That's the line along the outside of the body, on the side of the thighs. Tap those thighs there, tap, 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 and then swish and swish. Swish those fibers down, swish it out. All right, sitting up nice and tall, arms reach up overhead, and then hinging at the hips. So first I want you to leave with the heart center, sitting up nice and tall, core is engaged, reach for me. Arms reach for me, heart center reaches for me as I reach for you. And then maybe the hands come to the feet. Maybe we round the chin. Exhaling with a sigh. Holding it here for a couple of breaths. Feeling the stretch through the hamstrings. Try not to lock those knees. You can bend the knees if you need to. Head hangs heavy here. Finding relaxation while finding that dynamic tension from shoulders to feet, hands to feet. Inhale, let's rise back up. Exhale, come in for the twist. One hand to the knee, one hand behind, sitting up nice and tall. Remember the twist aid in our digestion process. Inhale, coming through the center, one hand to knee, one hand behind. Let's flex our feet here. All right, back into the center. Let's alternate between flexing and pointing. Flexing and pointing. Flexing and pointing our feet. And let's add some wrist rolls. Adding the wrist rolls. Wow, so now your brain is having to do all kinds of things. All kinds of things. All right, hands come back into the center. Inhale up. Exhale, let it go. Taking those peace fingers around the knees. We're going to come into a butterfly position here. So bring the soles of the feet together, sitting up nice and tall. And you might notice that your knees are not coming all the way down to the ground. So what? Who cares? We're making progress in our practice, not perfection. We don't have to be perfectly flexible and perfectly mobile. We're working towards our mobility. We're working towards our flexibility. So let all those expectations go and just be yourself in the morning. Let's get our stretch on. Here we go. So I want you to take those hands around the ankles and make a bind here. Okay, this is a traditional bind in yoga. And so you're sitting up again, nice and tall. The pelvis is tilting forward ever so slightly. Finding the breath here. And then if you'd like to, you start to hinge at the hips again. Elbows can come into the knees here and press down. So aiding in the opening of the hips. The hands can stay on the ankles or the hands can wrap around the toes, trying not to twist the toes up. That's also another traditional bind in yoga. Head hangs heavy again here. Finding our breath. Inhale fully. Exhale, let it go. Getting deeper into this posture and just allowing for the backside body to relax here. So along the backside of the body, we have something called a bladder meridian. And with that bladder meridian, so as we lean over in postures like this or postures like child's pose, you'll find that that aids in our bladder functions. And so you might want to drink a little bit of water after this with your coffee or your tea. All right, sitting up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and cross those ankles over. Bring the hands into the heart center. Finding your breath here, closing down the eyes. Let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths. In through the nose and slow it down real slowly. In through the nose. Exhale, release. One more time. In through the nose. Exhale, release. All right, are we ready to go to work? I'm ready to go to work. From my heart to yours. Have a wonderful day. Take care.